Guys, today is another day for voting for Junior Ranger. So today's video is going to be the Game Commission warrants, and they caught a bear. My dad works with the Game Commission at his job sometimes, so that's why we are allowed to go see it. So we'll see you when we get there. So we're entering my dad's woods that are right behind his work. This is where the bear trap is. So we'll go see it. So see you when we get there.
Tell me what just happened.
I just got blue in the face by that bear. He jumps up and did that on my face.
And did it scare the crap out of you?
Yeah,
Did he touch you?
his nose did.
And this is actually one of the best outreach options that we have for the public, is getting to see wildlife up close and personal, exactly how we handle and why we're doing certain biological research on these animals. So the more that we can do outreach and the more people that view his video, the better. So right now we looked in the trap. We've estimated the bear is about 100 pounds. It is a male. So right now we're using the combination of drugs that's going to immobilize the bear. Once the bear is safe enough to handle, we will make sure it's safe to open the door, examine the animal. We'll gather the sex of the bear, so either male or female, get an estimated weight. If need be, we'll extract the milk tooth. The tooth will be then sent out to the laboratory where it'll be cut in cross-section and examined for the rings that are deposited on the tooth. Just like a tree, every year that it grows older, it deposits another ring there, so we'll be able to calculate how old that bear is. We'll ear tag it, so that bear will have its own unique 5-digit number in the Pennsylvania Game Commission's database. That number will also be tattooed on the inside of the lip, capture that, where it was taken to, and then if our officers ever capture it elsewhere, or harvested by a successful hunter, we'll be able to have all that information compiled from that bear. We'll get to it here.
Livy, what do you see? Did you see the bear?
That's good.
Yeah.
See? Good.
Open the door, make sure it's sedated enough to be able to go hands-on with it. Once we do so, we will apply eye lacquer lube to each of its eyes. That's just to help keep it moisturized during this time period that the bear loses the ability to take care of itself. So it really can't blink. It doesn't create tear glands to keep the eyes moist. So to avoid the eyes becoming dry or scratched, that's why we put the lubricant on there. Also, like I said, you know, it's able to be stimulated by any sounds, light, movement of us walking past it. So I'm gonna put a blindfold over the bear's eyes as well to keep it nice, dark, and calm. Right here is one of the ear tags that we're going to attach on that bear. So just like each and every one of us has a social security number, this 5-digit number is gonna be that bear's unique identification number. This number will also be tattooed on the bear's lip. That way, as it's running through the woods or fighting with other bear, if these tags, which will have one on each ear, get ripped out, that tattoo will always be on the inside of the lip of the bear.
Like you put the tag like right here?
Yep, so the tattoo will be on the inside of the lip. It's just a series of needles that are the same number as that ear tag. And then also I'll go over with the handheld tattoo gun that I have to fill in all the spaces in between those numbers. That way that tattoo will be visible for years to come. I'm just looking to see if there's any tattoos in here. A 1.5 year old bear. Looking at the canine tooth, it is longer than 3/4 of an inch. It's starting to hook a little bit. So I would say this bear will soon be classified as an adult. Now what we have to do is to attach the ear tags that we're gonna mark the bear with. Would you like to come up and put an ear tag on that, bud? Okay, you can grab a hold with 2 hands and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice and tight, bud. Okay. Okay, I'll make sure it's in there good. Perfect. Thank you very much. Good job. Would you like to put the second tag? Okay, step on in. Go ahead and squeeze whenever you're ready. Perfect. Good job, man. Isn't that good?
Looks like it just
He's still breathing, right?
Roll some more ink in there.
He doesn't seem to mind.
Okay, so there's its ear tag number. 39648. This has just a milk tooth, so about only 1/8 of an inch of it is what's exposed above the gum. The rest of it there is the root. We'll be able to cut that in cross section, stain it, and then count how many rings are on it. It can be really difficult to see, so just tracing that outline and filling in all those gaps really makes it a lot easier to see. Are you good at tracing? That's a lot easier to see than just that crimped in one. 39648. I got his tooth. His airway is clear.
So that's
Check my other one. We have another there.
so that's the trap they use. It's actually a trailer. It's the trailer that's the trap. Guys, there's donuts for the bait. What's your name?
My name is Bill Brehun. I'm a state game warden with the Pennsylvania Game Commission.
What's your job?
Oh, so as a state game warden, our primary duties is to protect all the furry and feathery creatures out there and to ensure public safety while everybody's out there having a good time hunting and trapping and recreating.
What is the best part about your job?
My most favorite part of my job is getting to work with the public and check people and talk to people while they're out hunting and trapping. So I get to hear about all of their experiences, their harvests, or just maybe their near misses, you know?
Why do you trap bears?
So we trap bears in Pennsylvania for both research and nuisance complaints. So as we trap bear and we put these tags on them, it's called the mark and recapture method. So we're marking this bear and we're looking to see if we ever recapture it, either through trapping purposes or by a hunter harvesting it. And what the agency is able to do with that is we get a population estimate statewide. Currently, we're to have 15 to 18,000 bear across the state of Pennsylvania. It's a lot of bear, right? It's not often you see them though.
How do you trap them?
So we trap bears using traps similar to this. This is called a culvert trap. We have two styles of culvert traps. This is a swing door. In some places across the state, we have what's called a guillotine trap. So the bait would go into a mesh bag at the front. Whenever they pull it, there's a cable that runs across the top of it, pulls the pin, and the door comes straight down behind the bear whenever he goes in there for the sweet treats, like donuts and cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, there's donuts in there right now. And last time we got one, we got a raccoon, and there was donuts in there. They had to like reach down, and when he pushed and got the donut, there was a trigger under it. It was closed the door.
That's exactly how it works. They reach in for the food, they step on the pedal up front, and the door swings shut behind them.
Do you have any summer tips for kids?
Get outdoors, be active, follow the guidance of your mom and dad, and they're gonna teach you a little bit about all the birds and mammals out there. Stay out of trouble. You know how you do that? You're listening to what your parents say. You think you'd want to be a game warden someday? So as long as you stay out of trouble and you work hard at whatever goals you want to achieve in life, you can do whatever you want, bud.
How can I prepare to be a game commission officer?
So that's a very good question. So I'm gonna tell you one more time. Keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble, okay? And then if you work hard and study hard in school, maybe focus on environmental classes, learning about the outdoors, or even criminal justice, talking about law enforcement, because as game wardens, we get to do a little bit of everything. biology, law enforcement, education. So it's a very great job. But just get introduced into the outdoors, go out, try to get involved with all types of hunting aspects and trapping. That way you know a little bit about everything that you'd like to do outside. Great question, buddy. If you ever have any questions, you can, if you don't know an officer directly, call into our office. We can talk to our dispatchers. They will get you in contact with us, and we're more than happy to answer anything you might have. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
They gave him another shot, and that shot is like the opposite of putting him to sleep. It wakes him up.
I think he's like that. I love that. It was like so cool. I got to like actually put on an ear tag and I got to shake his hand. It was just so cool. So now we're going to get ice cream. I want a small chocolate with rainbow sprinkles. So we're heading out to the barn to see the release of that bear. They're releasing it here. You know what nuisance means? Nuisance is when a bear is like getting into their garage, or getting into their stuff, or getting into a bird feeder. That's nuisance. And if that happens, you have to call the Game Commission because they'll train and relocate that bear that you saw. If you see one making some trouble, call it nuisance.
Say goodbye.
I hear him, he's awake.
He's awake?
Guys, he's literally going up to the mountains right now. Because he was like this. He like ran. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. And please keep voting for me for the next 2 rounds of Junior Rangers.